This Meditainment production is brought to you today by the Samurai Aquatics and Decor Metaventure. Scan that QR code or click that link in the description and dive yourself headfirst into the Samurai Aquatics Discord server to pleasure your peepers on our current and future range of outdoor decor.
The Whine and Cheese show is a Metaverse and NFT discussion and interview series brought to you by Metaverse Ventures Entertainment and host BEN68 and Morecheeese. Warning: the information and opinions within are solely the views of the individuals involved contains content not suitable for anyone.
One is a wanker, one's slinging stunts, one's from Australia, one's from the Bronx.
Snack size.
Ben said he had something scary.
I didn't say scary, I just asked, do you trust me?
I do.
You look a bit nervous. So, how do you feel about pie?
I love pie. Apple pie, chocolate cream pie, banana cream pie is very good. Yum, yum, yum. Yeah.
Peach pie.
Okay.
Peach pie.
Yeah. How about humble pie?
Do you think I'm going to be humble?
No, it's definitely the both of us.
Really? All right. Tell me, because I love to be proven wrong,
Yeah.
especially when it has to do with things I want to invest in.
Well, that's definitely the case here. On this show for quite a long time, we have been ragging, kind of poking fun at, sniggering at our old mate Zucko. You know, all sorts of names, Zuck the Cuck, everything. We've been going in hard on the old Zucko, but you know what? Any guess where I'm going here?
He's done something beautiful. And I just want to say one thing. I never was negative on the Zuck until I saw that image.
Yes.
All right, go ahead.
Well, we have been like tongue in cheek, kind of laughing at the whole situation and that sort of stuff. So, I've tried to point you to the Joe Rogan Experience Podcast a few times. Like, he's the biggest podcaster in the world. Well, old mate Zuck was on the Joe Rogan Experience a couple of days ago, I believe. Now,
Really?
as I went on my 10K bike ride at, the exercise bike at home, I put the headphones on, I was listening to it, and mate, it was, you got to check that episode out. It's
really. So
yeah,
whenever you need me to listen to something, Ben, you have to send it to me and say, watch this.
Yes.
And I will definitely watch it. I was up till like 1 a.m. watching your interview with Loyal, which was extremely well done.
Yeah, I was telling you to go to bed.
So,
So,
like, go to bed.
as early as last week, we've been ragging on the old Zuck. So, what the fuck, oh, Mark Zucker? We have been going in, but yeah. So yeah, the link is gonna of course be in the description. But yeah, old mate Zuck with his kind of alien haircut, that's part of the fun. And this goes back. Remember when we went? Remember when we had Mars Utah on, and there was that interview that Mark done, and he was using baby back sauce or something as a bookend, or So you don't remember that?
I think I do. Yeah, it was in the background where his toys were. Yeah.
So yeah, it's definitely something we've been poking fun at. But yeah, you got to check this episode out. I was on the exercise bike as I was doing this, so I've taken a whole bunch of notes that I'm probably going to struggle to read. But he of course dives into the metaverse and all that sort of stuff, because Joe Rogan he's kind of a very, not a critic, but he's very skeptical of the whole, Web 3.0, NFTs and the metaverse and all that sort of stuff. And
all right.
But yeah, when you hear Mark Zuckerberg talk, some of the bullet points that I've written down is he started talking about how gaming is going to be the gateway to all of this. Mm-hmm. So, I mean, that's what the three of us here, that's what we're all about. Mm-hmm. We're in that space. He did, at the very start of the show, he went in pretty deep on the whole AR, VR situation and all the money that they're investing in the partnerships they have with Ray-Ban glasses. And like you and I have covered that on this show, mm-hmm. and we were really impressed with that whole angle.
Oh, yeah.
With the AR, VR aspect of Ray-Ban's glasses. So he talks at length about that. Mm-hmm. Hello, Upland. And one of the things that he continued to refer to over and over again, all the way through the interview, was that communication, the future of communication, is what this is all about. And, you know, we've seen this with Dirk in Dirk's reply to Mark Cuban, how, you know, you can have these metaverses and this land and that, but the communication, the community aspect is the key. So it was really interesting to hear his take on it. So what else he said here? Oh, he was talking about how the whole purpose of what he's trying to do is to build a better sense of presence in the virtual world. So,
did he show anything on this? No. All right. So talking is amazing. Talking is great. Talking is entertaining. But until you show me the money, remember that movie, Show Me the Money?
Jerry Maguire.
Jerry Maguire. I'm like, you could talk all you want. You know what? I'm not going to eat that humble pie yet. I need to see a new picture that replaces that Eiffel Tower and sandcastle, whatever that is.
Yeah, well, actually, I don't know if they showed anything because I was only listening. So the podcast does have a visual element to it. So like, don't actually quote me on that. I don't know. Shaq, did you catch this episode yet?
No, I didn't. Nope.
Yeah. So they did talk about apparently before the interview, Joe had a test of the latest Oculus that's coming out, and he said like the like, you know how you have your avatar, well, there's a camera within the Oculus that matches your facial expressions. So if you frown, your avatar is going to frown. If you smile, your avatar smiles. So it's
well, when you say new Oculus, because I just got an Oculus about a month ago.
Yeah.
Is that considered the new Oculus?
No, that's considered the one that's been put out in the public. So you know what, this technology is moving at light speed.
Oh, that sucks.
Yeah, and so you talked about how you know, if you go to Decentraland or one of those metaverses now and you walk around, you're just a pretty static avatar. Like, you're going to bump into people, but with this newer system, like, you're making eye contact with people. You're reacting more in
what
real
if I don't
time.
want to do that? Wait, first of all, what if I don't want to do that? And second of all, is he trying to be the next Apple of VR? Like, oh, this has the newest, greatest thing, and then a couple of months later, because my Oculus was the newest, greatest thing a month ago.
Yeah, well, the version that they showed, maybe that doesn't come out for another year. You know, that might be an early test version. I'm not sure. So yeah, he talked about differences between building relationships online or being a pure consumer of digital technologies. So, you know, you can be somebody who sits in front of the TV watching YouTube videos all day, or you can be a YouTube creator. The same thing's going to occur with the Web 3.0 space. You know, you can be a consumer of NFTs or wear your Oculus and that sort of stuff, or you can be actively engaged in community building and making relationships, meeting people, doing business, you know, that sort of thing.
Why not both?
What was that?
Why not both?
Why not both? Yeah, well, absolutely, it will be for sure. And he mentions that the creative economy is just kind of starting to explode. And we're seeing that, you know, as far as user-generated content, as that's all kicking off.
I don't think it's exploding. I think it's just being more seen, because I think there has been a great amount of creativity in the space. Is just that it hasn't been appreciated as much as it is now, or needed.
Yeah, and that goes into the whole thing too, where it's giving creative people opportunities to make like real actual money out of their hobby or their interests or their creations. I think if you or I or, you know, Shaq were to meet him in person, like, it really comes across as he's just a regular dude, you know. It really does.
Or he has a really good mask, Ben. People,
we all do. Come on, we all do.
Yeah, but I mean, people with his kind of money can buy really great masks and decorate it and like paint it, layer it, you know. Like, these people that you see on a show, they're quite different in person. Like, I don't know. I would have to meet him.
I think once you watch or listen to it, I'll be interested to get your take on it after that, because one of the other things he talked about was the challenges associated with setting up forms of community governance within the platform. Well, that sounds familiar. That's exactly what Upland's setting up to do. He talked about the challenges of dealing with fudders and bad actors on a massive scale. Again, that sounds pretty familiar. Yeah, he talked about how the whole Facebook thing was an idea that he had and believed in, and he stuck with it through the grind when no one else believed in it or they lost interest. Well, again, that sounds pretty familiar. So to me, he almost sounds like, to go back to the Upland reference, he sounds like a community node manager. The difference is that his node has 3.5 billion people in it. So imagine trying to deal with that.
Wow, this is the first time like you're more positive on this subject than me. I'm kind of like loving it right now.
I'm like fanboying on the old.
You
stuff.
are. I love it.
Flips.
This is entertaining.
Sipping coffee, laughing at me. So yes, you might not be ready for the humble pie, but I've eaten it. I've licked up the crumbs and I've done the dishes and put them away.
Gullible.
So I'm gullible.
No, all right. No. That's harsh. You're very fair. You're a lot more fair than I am. Like, you're the Libra, you're the scales. You have a lot more hope in people. Maybe that's why we're good together, because you give me hope and I give you hate.
I'll flip the switch. Zucko, I'm a fan. You just seem like a regular dude to me. It's just that you got a whole lot going on. So I think he's coping quite well. But I will be very interested to see or hear your take on that once you've had time to consume and process. Who knows? You might double down on the hate. Who knows? You might.
After the show, I'll watch that. Just give me the link whenever you have the chance.
Link is in the description. And it's, as my best friend Mark Zuckerberg said, gaming is the gateway. Gaming is the gateway. So yeah. It's not going to be about birth certificates and marriage licenses and all that sort of stuff at the start, but it will bleed over into that kind of thing. I fully believe too. So
well, I need to get you a T-shirt that says "I love Zuck." Wait, Cuck for Zuck.
Oh yeah. Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! No no!
Empire samurai, riding on the dingo, flying through the sky. Cheese in the house, get off the drive. Hit you with the hairbrush, hit you with the knife. Evil Empire samurai, riding on the dingo, flying through the sky. Hit you with the knife, flying through the sky. Evil Empire samurai, riding on the dingo, flying through the sky. Cheese in the house, get off the drive. Hit you with the hairbrush, hit you with the knife. Evil Empire samurai, riding on the dingo, flying through the sky. Hit you with the knife, flying through the sky.